Is it time to buy a house, or should you wait to buy a house? Mortgage rates had come down quite significantly before the Fed's announcement a few weeks ago to hold rates steady. This caused mortgage rates to increase at a time when loads of buyers were planning to jump into the market. To make matters worse, the dollar's losing value as our government prints money at an unsustainable pace. Commercial real estate is experiencing a painful downturn, and several large banks are on the brink of collapse. And of course, housing affordability is near all-time lows. With so much negativity, many believe that the housing market must crash. But despite all the bad news, home values are up in most parts of the country. So what's going to happen this year? Will home prices continue to climb, or is the housing market destined to suffer the same fate as commercial real estate? You're about to find out. And at the end of this video, I'll share a mind-blowing secret for getting the best deal on a house in this market, including one tip that could save you tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, let's get to it. So the biggest troublemaker in this wild and unpredictable market is mortgage rates. A few years back, the Federal Reserve held rates too low for too long in one of the hottest housing markets that we've ever seen. This triggered a buying frenzy, and house prices skyrocketed to all-time highs. To make up for their blunder, the Fed jacked the federal funds rate through the roof, pushing mortgage rates to levels not seen in over 2 decades. Record high home prices paired with super high mortgage interest rates made housing unaffordable for millions of Americans. Much to wannabe homebuyer chagrin, home prices dipped only slightly before climbing again despite higher mortgage interest rates. How can this happen? Let me introduce you to the second, not so obvious offender. Home builders. Back in 2007, builders got caught up in the home buying euphoria, building homes just as fast as they could. When the market came to a screeching halt, builders were left with millions of brand new homes that they couldn't sell. A lot of them went under, and the others barely hung on. Long story short, builders severely underproduced housing in the decade following the Great Recession, leaving us with a severe housing shortage. It's a problem that we're still dealing with today, especially when it comes to single-family homes. Like anything else, low supply equals high demand, which leads to increasing prices. This keeps most Americans on the sidelines waiting for the perfect time to buy, or more specifically, for rates to come down. But this could be a huge mistake. Why? Because when rates drop, buyers will flood the market and home prices will increase faster. But fortunately, not like anything we saw in 2022. And you might also want to consider that we're moving into what's traditionally the busiest time of the year for residential real estate. This could be a great reason to buy sooner than later. Fast Company recently shared this article, What to Expect from Home Prices in 2024, measured by 15 different market forecasts. I'm going to share these predictions, but I'll be moving faster than a greased pig, so try to keep up. Home.LLC, who was the most accurate last year, predicts U.S. home prices will rise 5.5% in 2024. AEI's National Home Price Appreciation Index predicts an increase of 5%. Goldman Sachs is now forecasting U.S. home prices will surge 5%, followed by 3.7% in 2025. The Mortgage Bankers Association believes that U.S. home prices will grow by 4.1% in 2024 and 3.3% in 2025. The Zillow Home Value Index predicts an increase of 3.5%. Fannie Mae forecasts prices to grow 3.2% in 2024, followed by a slight uptick in 2025. The Freddie Mac House Price Index assumes an increase of 2.8% in 2024 and 2% in 2025. The CoreLogic Home Price Index shows a rise of 2.5% this year. Wells Fargo predicts U.S. home prices will climb 2.5% in 2024 and 4.5% in 2025. Housing Wire's lead analyst expects an increase of 2.33%. The National Association of Realtors expects home prices to go up 1.4% in 2024 and 2.6% in 2025. Redfin thinks home prices will be flat. Moody's Analytics sees prices falling 0.4%. Realtor.com forecasts prices will drop 1.7% this year. And Morgan Stanley has home prices falling 3% in 2024. So 11 of the 15 leading forecasters predict increasing house prices. Only one believes they'll be flat, while 3 expect declines. Average it all out, and prices would increase 2.2%. These results reflect what most economists believe. Home prices will increase. But price fluctuations will vary drastically by region. Some areas will see flat or slight increases, while hotter markets can expect double-digit gains. This is why it's important to understand what's happening in your market. Just real quick, if you find this helpful, please give me a thumbs up. For real estate tips or to stay up to date on the latest housing trends, please subscribe and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. I appreciate your support more than you know, and it allows me to continue making videos for awesome people just like you. Thanks. So what are mortgage rates expected to do this year? Most experts now believe that the U.S. will avoid a recession and that the average 30-year mortgage rate will remain in the 6 to 7% range. Only Fannie Mae expects rates to fall below 6%. Many believe that the Fed will start cutting rates when they meet in March. This would be a welcome break for home buyers. But even with higher mortgage rates and higher prices, existing home values are expected to increase in 2024 due to the limited inventory. But rate cuts could be delayed. Lawrence Yun believes that the Fed will not cut rates until later this year. And he predicts mortgage rates will settle near 6% by the end of the year. So what should you do? Option 1, wait for rates to drop. You will find yourself in a more competitive market, fighting over the best homes. And delayed rate cuts will likely equate to a higher purchase price. Option 2, purchase a house now. You'll likely avoid a rush of buyers. This should get you a better price and perhaps more concessions like seller-paid closing costs or a rate buy-down. But you could end up with a higher mortgage rate. So which option is best? It's impossible to say because there are so many variables. And there are good arguments for both sides. But in a market where rates are expected to drop, I would buy now. Why? Because first, you can refinance to a lower rate in the near future. Second, by getting the house at a lower price, you can pay it off faster. And instead of renting, every month that payment could be applied to your mortgage instead of someone else's. But what if you could get a lower price and a lower rate today? It might be easier than you think. Remember, at the end of this video, I'll share a secret for getting the best deal in this market. If you're still uncertain, there are numerous benefits homeowners receive that renters don't. I'm not saying rent is bad. For many, it makes sense. But for most people, homeownership is the best choice. The financial advantages are astonishing. This is why many say it's always a good time to buy real estate. Sure, history has shown certain periods to be better than others, but over time, home values have always gone up. But guess what else has always increased over time? Rent. And it can go up every year. When you buy a house, your payment will pretty much stay the same. And after 30 years, often sooner, your house should be paid off. This gives many the freedom to retire. So by waiting, not only pay more for a home, but you also delay the 30-year countdown to financial freedom. I totally get it. Obviously, you want to wait for the perfect time to buy to get the best pricing and terms. Unfortunately, history has shown that most people miss the bottom and end up paying more for the house in a less desirable market. We saw an extreme example of this after COVID, and this is why it's usually best to purchase a home as soon as you're ready. It's difficult for those of you who have never owned a house to grasp just how many incredible benefits come from home ownership. The tax write-offs equate to thousands of dollars in savings every year. Actually, this often makes owning a home cheaper than paying rent, and the combination of paying down your house plus appreciation adds up fast. For many, it will be the best investment that they ever make. The financial benefits for homeowners are undeniable, but they pale in comparison to having a place to call home. Your house will provide peace and refuge from the world for yourself and for your family. For your children, it will be the center of their universe. Pretty much everything they love and hold dear will be under your roof. There are no words that can even begin to describe the beauty and importance a home will have in an individual's life, especially for a child. Buying a home will be one of the most significant things that you do for yourself and your loved ones. If you'd like to learn more, watch 20 unbelievable benefits of owning a home. Now, as promised, what's the secret for getting the best deal on a house in this market? Surprisingly, it's an option that many never consider, and you can easily save tens of thousands of dollars. What am I referring to? Building a home. As a new home construction expert, I work with a lot of people who want to build a house. And I've negotiated some incredible deals for my clients that far exceed what sellers of existing homes are willing to do. I highly recommend building a house at this time for several reasons. First, builders have reduced their prices. In many areas, the cost to build is less than existing homes. Builders need to keep selling homes, and they'll take a smaller profit margin if that's what it takes. Second, builders are offering incredible incentives. They may offer to pay your closing costs and for a rate buy down. Others are giving free upgrades or a credit at the design center. Third, builders are more willing to negotiate. They may offer an additional discount or incentives or more flexibility to get the deal done. In general, building is better than buying existing for several reasons. For one, you can choose the floor plan that fits your needs. You can also choose the home site and your options. There are loads of incredible benefits, but there's one massive advantage to building a house right now. Because mortgage rate declines are expected, and because the builder will take 8 to 12 months to construct your home, your payment on a brand new home several months from now could be hundreds of dollars less than if you purchased a house today. This will save you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of that loan. But most of these benefits will disappear when rates drop and buyers flood the market. This could be just a few weeks or months from happening. If you're looking to build a home in Utah, don't hesitate to reach out to me with your questions. I have a short list of builders that I trust and a naughty list of builders that I don't. And I love guiding people through the home build process. When you're done watching this video, you'll want to watch Should You Build a House in 2024? If you're currently paying rent, you'll want to watch Why Paying Rent Will Destroy You. Look for the links to my recommended videos below. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you have a friend or a family member who's looking to buy a house, you can easily text this video to them. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.